Okay, your question's answered. Today's question is kind of a slightly tricky one. It started out as a question about willpower and the way that willpower, and when we talk about willpower here, we talk about the ability for us to energize an idea. And this isn't just a Qigong thing, this is just in general. We will know people who are incredibly willful, who can force things through. This is a part that gets trained within Qigong. And so when people lack willpower, we would use certain parts of Qigong in order to direct and build their willpower. But if you use those practices, and so a classic one is Qigong, it's like the practices that sometimes you hear them talking about, resilience or endurance. If you use those incorrectly with somebody who's very willful, they do not work the same, because that willpower means that you hold the posture, you try to get it correct, you push through, and in pushing through you can actually create blockages, you can actually create damages. You can also feed the part of you that you don't really want to nourish with Qigong. When you see all these things about, today I'm going to practice for 45 minutes and by the end of the week I'll be up to an hour. Great, fill your boots, wonderful stuff. What's the point? As a willpower practice, it's important. As a clock watching practice, it's completely pointless. Don't do it. Right, I'm going to stop banging on about that. I think the thing that's interesting here is we need to recognize that at times when certain practices were developed, there were certain cultural needs within China, within the societies that they were in. And we need to be able to recognize what the principle, what the base idea of the practice is, so that we can apply it in an appropriate way for our society. So we are generally quite willful in the West, so therefore we probably don't need to lean into the willpower practices as much. We probably need to lean more into the awareness practices, because we're not very good at listening. I'll do listening next time. Okay, I'm going to run away. Okay, bye.